is the way to these. First truck going to be Brian Lusbrock out of Wilmot, Nebraska. Calls this one American Iron. Scratching, digging, clawing for every last inch out there. Nice run for the American Iron Machine. 328.89. Well, now, Ron, let's have that discussion. 328.89, and he is, for a fact, your test puller over here. The sun is going to set on this class, and you know that track's going to change. 328.89, that's a no man's land out there. All right, he likes it. We're going to keep it. I don't blame him one bit. That was a strong pass right there. So we are official.
Anytime you get past that 300-foot mark, you got to think, hey, I got a pretty good run here. You run the risk when you delete that. That's the one thing that folks have to understand is when pullers turn down that first hook and they drive off the track, the next puller goes, they can't change their mind then and go back and say, no, I want to keep that first pass. No, they have to hook again, and whatever they get is what they get. So let's say he decided to turn that down. He pulls off the track. They go back and it won't start. Yeah. Let's say he burned a piston.
Sure.
Let's say he broke, anything. He may not be able to put an inch on it on his next pass. That's the risk you run by turning that hook down. So if you get out there past 300, it's a good idea. Go ahead and keep it.
And more than once in my pulling career have I watched pullers turn down what would have been a winning run out there. So, yeah, nice pass right there, 328.89. We are set.
We're going to go Chevrolet diesel pickups, the only V8 GM Duramax 6.6-liter engine in the class. This is Craig McElfresh out of Rushville, Missouri. Chevrolet calls it 8NV. $308.44 feet, 308.44. Going to put him in the number 2 spot as he slips past the Law Dog. Brian Banghart, Power Trip, still number 1.
Now, Ron, you said that you used to own a pulling truck, correct?
That's correct.
You ever order parts for it, and then your significant other sees those parts sitting out there and says, hey, what's this?
Never order the chrome shiny stuff. Never order the shiny stuff. That
she ever
draws
look at
attention.
That big box and say, hey, what's in this box out here?
Women's eyes are drawn to that shiny stuff, and it screams expensive. Get the stuff in flat colors like black and gray.
Well, this gentleman has it figured out when your wife asks you, hey, what's in this box right here? Nothing, honey. Nothing, honey. This is Nick Christensen out of Cumberland, Iowa. With the best response we can come up with, calls the truck, nothing, honey. Oh, the Nut and Honey Ford Rangers singing a song out there. That was a sweet pass. We're going to be moving that Schaefer oil liter can, no doubt about it.
Yep, there it goes. How about it, Ford fans? Ford moves into the lead here in modified four-wheel drive.
Yeah, absolutely. Ron goes 347.15, takes over the number 1 spot. We've got 16 of these modified four-wheel drive trucks are going to traverse the terrain tonight. Going to see if that'll hold as he watch a whole field come after him here this evening.
Pro Puller Tires. Pro Puller Tires designed and manufactured specifically for the sport of tractor pulling. Power means nothing without traction. ProPullerTires.com. Check them out. Pro Puller Tires, a great Nebraska-based company based out of Firth, Nebraska. All right, let's go to Meridian, Texas, home to Jeremy Bales. Dodge pickup called All Hopped Up. Good hook, a little bit of bounce, unsettling the truck there once you got close to the end of the run. $309.88 feet, 309.88, good enough for the number 2 spot as he slips past Craig McElfresh.
Hey, Ron, I'm down here with Brent Roberts, Doug Ortwick, your Thunderbolt weekend winners with the co-drivers out here on the Black On Track machine. Doug, when's the last time you were driving a Pro Stock semi down the track?
I'm guessing it's probably been about 7 years.
Now, Brent, how did he connive you into taking over driving duties this evening?
Well, so long story short, I wanted to pull in Wisner, Nebraska. You know, everybody wants to pull here. And I said, man, I'd really like to pull there. So at the banquet last year, I told Doug, he may not remember it. This is later in the evening. But anyway, I told him, I said, you put Pro Stock semis at Wisner, I'll drive one night and you can drive one night. And, you know, he laughed it off, thought I was just kidding, but I was serious.
A deal was struck, and then here you guys are standing right now. Black On Track, going to be your weekend winner, Thunderbolt Award winner. We're going to send this truck, and then we'll bring it right back, folks.
Let's go back to the Ford camp out of Springfield, Nebraska. Farrell Martin, bad attitude.
Always been a destination pull for us. I've been in diesel pickups, tractors, and everything else, and always want to pull here. So want to thank all them, and obviously Jerseyville Truck Repair for sponsoring the class.
Brent Roberts, Doug Ortwick, your Thunderbolt winners 2025 Pro Stock Semi Class. How about a nice round of applause?
Next truck, Limited Pro Diesel Pickups, Riley Ruff out of Gretna, Nebraska. Dodge calls it the Lawbreaker. Rutrow. Not sure what happened there. Looked like he was past the 100-foot mark to me. We'll let the 100-foot flagman make that determination, but problems for Riley Ruff.
All right, folks, I'm down here again. This time, Richard Darr, your Saturday night session winner, won Bad Binder Pro Stock Semis. That thing was singing a song. Tell us about it, and then tell us who you need to thank this evening.
I don't really know who to thank. I mean, all the fans, Outlaw for having us. We're just here to put on a show and show off. So maybe my family for letting me do it.
Well, hey, we're happy you're here. You guys put on a wonderful show. That's an amazing truck you have going on out there. On behalf of Jerseyville Truck Repair, as well as Orwich Family Farms, thank you for pulling with us this evening. Richard Darr, your Saturday night session winner, Pro Stock Semi Division.
Mod four-wheel drive, Jamie Bush, Mason City, Iowa, Thunderstruck.
right there by the Thunderstruck machine. Getting right up there on the business end. Had to go better than 3:47.15. Goes 3:49.72. That's a new leader.
Fans, make sure you get entered tonight into the 2025 Outlaw Superfan Contest, brought to you by Case IH. This is your chance to own the perfect partner for home and farm chores, the rugged and reliable Farmall 25 SC tractor, plus $4,000. Case IH has teamed up with the Outlaws this season to reward one lucky superfan with a new innovation in compact tractors from Case IH, the Farmall 25 SC. Getting entered is easy. Scan the QR code on one of the contest posters at this event. Fill in the entry form on your phone, or you can also enter by going online at outlawpulling.com and filling in the entry form online. I'm going to give this thing away this fall, folks. So in order to win, you're going to have to get entered. Either scan that QR code or go online at outlawpulling.com. It's the 2025 Outlaw Superfan Contest, brought to you by Case IH. Last night's winner, Skyler Leaper, Legal Limits. Oh, that bouncing is hard on drivetrain parts, but you know what? He stayed in it. He wants to get the win. He wants that Thunderbolt Award. $324.57. He'll pull into the lead by 2.3 feet. 2.3 feet, about 2 feet. 4 inches into the lead. He's last night's winner and current points leader in the class and defending points champion. Comes out of California, Missouri. The Legal Limits truck going for that Thunderbolt Award here tonight.
Next truck over here on the modified four-wheel drive truck side. Folks, this is a truck that's been on an absolute mission here as of recent, coming fresh off of a win at the Iowa State Fair on Wednesday afternoon. This is Lane Thornton in the Ramrod machine, currently sitting number 2 in points, only 1 point behind fellow teammate and Thornton driver out there, Murray Thornton, in the Thumper four-wheel drive. Now, Team Thornton, they've got 3 drivers, 3 trucks, a little something for everybody. They've got a Dodge, a Chevy, and a Ford, all 3 of them as good as the last. First one up here tonight from the camp in the Thorntons out of Gravity, Iowa. Lane Thornton on the Dodge Dakota. He calls a Ramrod. Good strong pass right there on the right side of the track. Going to be close. Going to be shaking up the order. 3:45.79, good enough for the number 3 spot as we approach kind of the third way through the class right here on the modified four-wheel drives.
Harness the power of Bio 800 Plus from Organics Midwest. With over 800 species of live soil microbes to build soil health, increase yield, and reduce the need for fertilizer. It all comes down to soil health and investing in the legacy of your family's farm. Learn more at organicsmidwest.com. Next puller comes out of the state of Louisiana, St. Amani, Louisiana. Alex Juneau, the Thunderstruck Dodge, fill it in for Preston Collins. Preston with 2 trucks here this weekend. Debuted Thursday night, his brand new truck, Optimus Prime, made the very first pass ever down the track with that brand new truck. They're having some fueling issues, so they're going to be unable to pull tonight, but this is Preston's other truck. Alex came up to drive it, so he's going to drive it again tonight. Calls it Thunderstruck. Good run for him. They've been fighting the bounce. They've been working on the suspension on that truck. He's going to be close to the leader here, I think. .311.55. 311.55. It's going to put him in the number 3 spot, it looks like, at this point. With about 5 trucks to go, Jason Wayman and Megatron coming up next. Since 1839, Schaefer's Oil and Specialized Lubricants has been helping customers' equipment run stronger and last longer. Your equipment has specific needs based on the work you do and the environment you work in. Schaefer Oil products are designed with that in mind. From synthetic engine oils, hydraulic fluids, greases, and gear lubes, Schaefer Oil products help you own equipment longer, operate more efficiently, and reduce hassles. Protection, performance, Schaefer's dependability since 1839. Learn more at SchaeferOil.com.
No matter where you're headed, a weekend barbecue, a fishing trip, a tailgate party, or a beach day, Frosted Frogs custom beverage coolers are here to make sure your cold ones stay cold and your adventures stay cool. Built for the bold, offering more than just icy storage, our coolers are fully customizable, designed to stand out and make a statement. Bring your personal flair to bear on your own custom beverage cooler from Frosted Frog. Your cooler your way. Make your cooler uniquely yours with our build-your-own cooler option. Find out more at FrostedFrog.com.
All right, you're going to see some folks out there walking around with orange tickets. They are from the American Legion Riders. They are selling tickets for a giveaway they have coming up on September 22nd of this year. Grand prize, a 2025 Polaris Ranger 1000 EPS. Second prize, a Henry Big Boy Brass 45. And the third prize, a Colt Viper 357 stainless Magnum. So if you want to buy a ticket, you want to win one of those prizes, I'd take any one of them, Mike. $50 a ticket or $100 for 3. It's the American Legion Riders Grand Prize Polaris 1000 EPS.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I wouldn't be tempted by that third place prize most out of all of them. A lot of good stuff they're giving away, a lot of good iron, regardless of how you define it out there.
All right, the boss having trouble getting hooked up there, going to get squared up to the sled. We're going to go your number 2 truck in points right now, Jason Wayman out of Nobbinger, Missouri, Megatron.
What do you say, fans? That's the pride of Adair County, Missouri, right there, pushing it close out on the big side.
.322.94, 322.94. Going to put him in the number 2 spot here as he just slips past Brian Vanghart's power trip. Yeah, something not right with the boss. It sounded very erratic there. I actually took my headphones off and said, what the devil is that noise? It did not sound like a V8 Hemi sitting down there running. They're going to pull it back and try to figure that thing out. There's your top 5 in diesel pickups here so far. Legal Limits ruling the weekend here so far. Megatron in the number 2 spot, Power Trip 3rd, Thunderstruck in 4th, and all hopped up 5th. So far with 4 trucks to go in limited pro stock diesel.
Yeah, so John Yancer out of Mandan, North Dakota, piloting the Boss machine. What we're going to go ahead and surmise is that we're looking at a mechanical drop out here. So we're going to pull that one back, see if he can diagnose. They definitely saw something. We saw both some of his support crew as well as our technicians out there running up to him saying, hey, shut it off. So he is going to take his mechanical drop. He'll fall back in the field, see if he can figure out what's going on. And we'll go on down to our next truck. Now, we've got a big geography tour here with the Mod 4-wheel drives. We're going to the states of Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, and Missouri. So all over the heart of this great country right here for the Mod 4-wheelers.
Whipple's Hybrids, the U.S. family farm-owned company, has partnered with the Outlaws this season, bringing 75 years of tradition and independence in the seed business. Since the beginning of 1946, Whipple's Hybrids has focused solely and intensely on one thing, corn. The result, a level of performance uncommon in the seed business. The vision that launched Whiffles in 46 still guides the company today, remaining relentlessly focused on one thing and one thing only, developing top-performing corn products that yield better for farmers all across the Corn Belt. Find out more at Whiffles.com. The official seed corn of the Outlaws. Also watch for that Whiffles winning distance, the longest pull of the event. Now, up to Wisner, Nebraska, we've been given one cooler out to encompass the entire event. If it was 2 or 3 sessions, the longest pull, official pull, of the event would get a custom cooler from Frost and Frog Coolers from Whiffles Hybrids. So, at this point, we've had a few rainouts this season. We find ourselves with some extra coolers, just enough to give coolers for every session in the rest of the season. So that's what we've done so far this weekend. The Ott boys had the longest distance Thursday night. Blake did. Last night, Gage had the longest distance, so they got the coolers Thursday and Friday. Right now, it's Richard Darr leading the field on that Whiffles winning distance. Here comes Nate Bridgman, Plattsmouth, Nebraska, paying dues. Good pull. A lot of these trucks taking pretty violent bounces down there as the box stops out on the Outlaw sled. 312.69 feet, 312.69 for Nate Bridgman.
Derek Brown out of Grove, Oklahoma calls this one high-class grass. Now, folks, that truck out there pulling on the sled, on the orange sled right there, that is the old original Oklahoma Showdown truck, the first ever chromoly tube chassis to be purpose-built for modified four-wheel drive truck pulling. Made its way back to Oklahoma a couple of years ago when the Brown family decided to go pulling in the big modified four-wheel drive class out there. We'll get you his distance in just a moment. 3:38:34, good enough for right around the number 4 or 5 spot right now.
Steppish Auctions, your local auction expert since 1960. If you're planning to sell land, real estate, excess equipment, or other assets, book your 2025 auction with your local auction experts, Steppish Group. Find out how at steppishgroup.com.
All right, a big thank you to all of our folks on Facebook watching. Thank you, folks, for watching on Facebook with our live look-in here, courtesy of FullPull.live. If you like what you see, be sure to head over to FullPull.live where you can subscribe to all this outlaw pulling and more.
That's right. For those of you watching on Facebook, welcome to Wisner, Nebraska, the 20th running of Thunder by the River. We're going to have a record weekend here. We're looking at total from all 3 sessions of 400-plus hooks here. And if you want to watch tonight's best runs again and again, maybe check out how your favorite driver did in last weekend's Outlaw pulling event. You can do all that and more with a Full Pull Live subscription. We're talking live event action, event replay, access, driver interviews going back several seasons. Watch anytime.